Hi there, Chad here from Koubou, and I want to show off something that I've been working on. Before I get started, Kobo is my app that I'm working on. It's the Japanese word for workbench, and essentially what I'm building is it's a workbench. It's got a toolbox that has a wide variety of tools in it, or at least it will when it's ready. So this is the workbench, and I've got 3 tools pulled out of the toolbox, and it's put on my workbench like this. I can open the toolbox, and I have several different tools to choose from. But what I want to show you today is the Smart Prompts tool that I'm working on right now. And right now I have no prompts created, but the goal of the Smart Prompts tool is to be a sort of library for your prompts if you want, and also help you craft better prompts to achieve better results from AI. And so what I'm going to do is just come here. I'm just going to click this, and it's going to start a new prompt, and I'm just going to call it blog. And here is just sort of a default that gets thrown into there. And I'm just going to change this to write a blog post. Okay. And we'll go ahead and save it, and it's going to show up in our list of prompts over here. Now, over time, I could have lots and lots of prompts, and they'll appear here on the left. And I can quickly click between them to work on the different prompts, or to maybe generate content from them if I wanted to. And so you can, if you've done any AI prompting before, this is not really that useful of a prompt, right? Write a blog post. It's like, about what? And so we're going to work on that. Over here on the right, I get to see a preview of what that prompt looks like before it gets sent over to the AI provider to be to generate content from, or in this case, generate a blog post from. And the results are blank right now because I've never generated anything yet. So what I want to do next is I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to click on this. And what it's going to do is it's going to analyze my prompt and give me some suggestions on ways that I can improve it. So it's right now I'm in testing. I'm trying to see if I can get this prompt review to work well with let's see, what model am I using? I think I'm using Gemini 2.5 Flash in thinking mode to try and get this to work. Because Kobo is bring your own key from OpenRouter. So what I'm trying to do is I'm always trying to be conscious of that. And when I build tools in Kobo, I try to make sure that I build them in a way that's not going to be overly expensive to use tokens and stuff like that. So I always try to see if I can get smaller, faster. I don't really necessarily want to say less capable models, but they're less powerful, and that's sort of why they're built, right? Like the Gemini 2.5 Flash is not necessarily built to be the most powerful model, but it's faster and it's cheaper and all that good stuff. So if I can get it to work with a lower model like that, then awesome. Okay, so we got a 3 out of 10. I think that's a little high, judging by this write a blog post. Maybe it felt like it wanted to be nice to me this time. Usually I think in testing, while I've been building this thing, it's been giving me like a 1 or a 2. But, AI is AI, right? So that's just something I can tune until I get this just right. It's a work in progress. So what we have here is it kind of gives you a synopsis of the prompt, and it tells you what it thinks your prompt is meant to do. And in this case, it says it aims to generate a generic blog post without any specific topic, audience, or stylistic guidance. That's absolutely correct. Go ahead and close that down. What's working well? I guess it clearly states its desired output format. And then it has some suggestions, right? And if we open this up, we can see it's a high level suggestion, or a highly important one, because obviously you want to be able to have a blog post about a certain topic and stuff, right? So of course I could write this in here myself, write a blog post about, whatever, right? But what I can do is I can just click right here, and we can let AI do that for us. And so what it'll do is I think right now I'm still also I'm trying to get the Flash model to do this as well. So what will happen is we'll get here we go. Write a blog post about topic for target audience and with the purpose. Okay, so it's made a common mistake that I find happens with lesser models that don't follow all the directions super well, but it put it in there. Right? We got write a blog post about such and such and whatever, right? And so the important thing here, I'm going to go ahead and close this down. We can see here now in the preview, we've got some highlighted text. And you can see that these are kind of just placeholders, right? Like write a blog post about topic and whatever. So this is where the preview becomes an important factor in this tool. So if I go over here and I switch over to form, we can see that we've got topic, target audience, and purpose. And they match up with these highlighted words here, these placeholders. So if I come into here and I'll just use the text that's already popping up in the autocomplete, it says write a blog post about ramen in Tokyo for, and I probably, I don't have that one. I'll say for young couples coming to Tokyo with small children, something like that, with the purpose of helping them, enjoy child friendly ramen and local Japanese vibes. Something like that. Okay, so now you can really see why the preview is important, because I know by seeing what's happening in the preview that whatever I fill into here, I can make sure that it flows properly with this, and that gives the AI the best opportunity to create the best results it can for me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on generate content. And while that's doing that, I'll just hover over here. It's so fast. Hover over here. And the model that I have selected right now is the Meta Llama 4 Scout model. And the reason I have that picked is because there are some providers inside of OpenRouter that are really fast. Like they can generate content in hundreds of tokens per second. And so I like to use it in testing at least. But you're free to change the model that would be used to generate this content. You just open up this sidebar here and you can search for any models you want. Like if you want Claude models, you get Opus and Sonnet and 3.7 Sonnet if you want. You got OpenAI stuff if you want. You can have access to all that. All the Gemini 2.5 stuff. And then you can like favorite ones and stuff, and they'll appear over here. Go ahead and clear this out. And so all the models I've favorited are here. Now I can click on here and it'll scroll down. Right now I've got Meta Llama 4 Scout set as the active model, and that's why this was used. So let's go ahead and close that out. So yes, you have access to hundreds of models, or either close to 200, something like that. OpenRouter has a lot of models to go with. So this is interesting in helping you test it against different models and seeing how your prompt runs. Not only can you preview it, but you can run it against multiple different models. So that's pretty neat. So we can see what we get, and if you like it, or maybe you change the model and rerun it until you get the results that you're looking for. You can bounce back and forth between the editor, making improvements, changing the model until you get just the right fit. We can come back into here. Let's go ahead and click reanalyze. Now that we have some additional stuff in there, we should have a little bit better score than just a 3. We should probably have something like a 4 5, maybe 5 6 if it's being generous with us. And then we'll have some more options that it'll tell us about as well. A 5, okay. Still says we need improvement, which is very true. Now it knows that it's got a specific topic, a target audience, and a purpose, so that's cool. It tells us what's working well. And then we have some other stuff here. So it's saying maybe you should provide a length and tone, some structure for the blog post. A blog post can vary widely. Specifying a desired structure, so intro, main points, and headings, conclusions, stuff like that, can lead to more consistent and usable outputs. Cool, sounds good. Let's go ahead and apply that. And that'll let the AI add that sort of stuff to it there. So we get an engaging introduction, 3 to 5 distinct body paragraphs with clear headings and a concise conclusion and a clear call to action. Okay, body paragraphs might make this a little short, right? It's kind of a short blog post. 3 to 5 distinct body paragraphs. You might want to change that to sections or something like that. But, this tool is not really meant specifically to just entirely create the prompt for you. It's designed to help you along the way to achieve a better result. And I always believe in the human plus AI, aspect of this, that to really get the best results, the serendipity that comes from using the AI when you click these things and they give you ideas, and then you adjust it and tune it to make it yours, make those edits to make that prompt the perfect prompt for you. That's when things just get really sweet. So anyways, we can continue on with this, but what we're ultimately trying to do is we apply, learn, make changes, adjustments. We can reanalyze, and we can find a sweet spot with our prompt to make it into something that's really nice for us. And then when we're ready, we can just click Save Changes to make sure we don't lose the changes that we've been working on. And there we go. So that's the Smart Prompts tool right now. Now I have a feature that's also going to be added to this before it's considered done, but I can't really discuss it here. But when I show it off, I know that a lot of people are really going to like it. I've already shared it internally in our private Discord where we talk about Koubou and the development of it. We pretty much daily have feedback back and forth. I discuss and make announcements to the different staging updates that I've made to Koubou so that they can test it. It's just a super cool private Discord where we, help each other build this into something really, really cool. So this is the Smart Prompts. You build your library of prompts, and then you can do some things here where you can maybe export your prompts. Of course, you can delete a prompt if you want to. Resync is a special thing where there's a lot of caching that goes on to make this a really high performance application. So if you ever move somewhere else and you've discovered that your prompts don't show up in a different spot or something, you can resync and get those back. But I do want to show one more last thing, I suppose. Let's take a look at this. So we have a create prompt with AI. So this, you get to describe what it is that you want. So write a blog post. We don't know what the about. Let's just say write a blog post, and let's let the AI do the rest for us. And so if you want the AI to give you a kickstart on crafting this, then we can do it this way. And there we go. So we've got the form. Fill all that in, and let's see what happens when we analyze this one. This one's a little bit more thorough, so I'd expect probably around a 7 or 8 at least. It's got a lot of stuff to it. It might even score a little higher than that. It's pretty well designed. Give it here just a second longer. Should be done in just a moment. It's got a little bit more to analyze than the tiny prompt that I had before. 7 still needs some improvement. Let's see what it's got for ideas here. Secondary LSI keywords. Okay. Define main keyword and placeholder. Okay. Instructions for meta description. Is there something in here? Okay. So meta description being a part of sort of what happens in SEO. It's a good point. Compelling headline includes the main keyword. So we got key points, main objective, tone. Okay. So I guess there isn't really a place, unless I'm blind, we aren't really defining the main keyword here, right? So that's a good catch. So it wants to define the main keyword. So let's go ahead and allow it to do that. I'm just curious. It makes a lot of sense because the prompt is talking about that a lot. So it has main keyword added in there. Just reanalyze real quick. So yeah, if you want to have the AI give you a kickstart on that prompt, you can do that through here as well. Got the little, oops, don't want to close that. But yeah, Smart Prompts tool designed to help you build a library of really powerful and effective prompts, giving you previews. You can generate the results to see what they look like, and you can run prompt reviews to get feedback and advice on how to improve your prompts. And I've got a secret feature coming that will take this to a whole new level and make it just super cool. And I will be definitely creating a lot more YouTube videos using this tool to show off trends and things like that are happening in the AI space around different AI models and stuff like that. So I hope you found it interesting. If you are still here and you made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. I'd really appreciate it. I've got a lot more planned to help you achieve more with AI, and I hope to see you soon. Until next time, take care.